My name is Pusnam Yiri. I teach leaders the secrets of personal development. It is my goal to help you become more so that you can do more. Before I move on, I will advise you to subscribe to this channel so that you will be one of the first to receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. In this video, I want to talk to you about your area of responsibility in God's master plan. I want you to know that you are not your idea. You are not your project. You didn't decide, to come into the world. God created you. He sent you into the world as his messenger to accomplish his purpose. And this purpose is to glorify his name. That is why it is very important for you to understand the purpose of life and how to achieve it. Because if you don't understand it, no matter what you are going to have, even if you have the most expensive car, the most expensive house, the best education, you are going to achieve so many things, but you are not going to have meaning. And somebody says that man cannot afford to live a meaningless life. So in this video, you need to understand that God created you for his purpose. And that purpose is to worship him, to give him the glory. And in order to achieve this purpose, he gave you a gift. And your gift is the ability you need to be able to achieve the purpose. He placed you in a right department. Soldiers don't go to war without the right, weapons. The government that is sending them to war is its responsibility to equip them with the right gadgets, the right weapons. The same thing with God. He sent you as his messenger. So because you carry his message, you must receive his support. It is his responsibility to support you. But if your life is not focusing on God's mission, then it is your responsibility to support yourself. And that is why there are many frustrated ministers today in ministry, because they are working on their missions and they are working on their messages. God will never support a message that is not from him. God will never support a vision that is not from him. So, in addition to your, department, he also gave you a specific responsibility. Let me take you through some examples in the Bible. When he created Adam, he gave him the responsibility of multiplication. Adam and Eve, he gave them. And then he gave Adam at first the responsibility of taking care of the garden. And then look at Noah. Noah was given the responsibility of building an ark, the ark that God used to save Noah and his family. So building that ark was a responsibility. And when God called Abraham, he gave him a responsibility. He said through him, the whole nations of the world will be blessed. So Abraham pursued his responsibility. The same thing with Moses. The same thing with Joseph. The same thing with David. So what that means is this: God will never call you and leave you idle. When God calls you, he will give you his message. He will give you the ability to carry his message. And then he will specifically explain your responsibility. How does he do that? Your responsibility is activated through a vision. God will give you a vision. In 1995, when I was traveling to Lagos to visit my parents, God gave me a vision. And that vision activated my responsibility. What about you? Do you have a vision? Many people have defined a vision as a dream, as an imagination, or a desire. All these are good. But this is the point. A vision In my own definition, it's a city you have visited. Now you are back to take others there. This is my definition. A city you have visited, now you are back to take others there. If God has called you, the question I will ask you is, what is the message? If God calls you, He will give you first His message. After the call, after calling you into ministry, give you His message. And after the message, God will give you the ability to deliver the message. And after that, God will open your eyes through a vision to understand your area of responsibility in His master plan. And I can tell you this, if you claim that God has called you into ministry, the question is, what is the message? What is the message? If you claim that you have the message, the next question is, what is your ability? What is your gift? How did God equip you to carry the message? And if you tell me how God equipped you to carry the message, then the next question is, what is your specific area of responsibility in His master plan? You know, Paul was called to reach out to the Gentiles. So this is my encouragement to you. Discover your area of responsibility in His master plan. My name is Posnam Yiri, and I hope you will subscribe to this channel. May God bless you and keep you and give you the meaningful life. Bye-bye.